So first, I wrapped the shotgun. Hey, mother, click-clack. That click-clack sound will stop a rational human being in their tracks.
Where he's wrong is that he waited all the way till he got to his kitchen to actually do the racking. If there had been other people in the home in other locations, he would have been susceptible to being shot or stabbed first.
And I'll be in a kitchen full of dying heroin addicts.
Also problematic. Hey guys, Jimmy G, the Italian Guerilla Gorilla here. And today we're going to be talking about what is the ideal loadout for a shotgun for home defense, and whether or not you should be taking advice on tactics and things like ammunition recommendations from a comedian. So I was recently introduced to a short video clip. Dave Chappelle offers some tactical advice on how to load out your shotgun and how to find and address the home intruder.
But I didn't know that if you're defending your home with a shotgun, the formula dictates first shot, birdshot, next shot, buckshot, birdshot, and then after that, buckshot, buckshot, buckshot.
So birdshot, buckshot, birdshot, buckshot, buckshot, buckshot. And he changes it later on when he's actually talking about when he's confronting the intruder. And we'll see that here in a little bit.
You gotta picture it, okay? Like say I'm in bed and sleeping, and suddenly my wife wakes me up. David, I hear something. I go, oh, this. So I get up out of bed, grab the gun. I say, wait here, baby, I'll go check it out. Just lock the door behind me.
But he does say something good here. He grabs a shotgun, and then he asks her to lock the door behind him when he goes to presumably clear the house. So that is great tactical advice, actually. And you want to do that if you have a partner, move in a pair, he should have their hand on your shoulder, getting ready to dial 911 or dialing 911 if you think it's legit. And then the person opens the door, goes out cautiously using proper techniques, and then the door is closed behind them and it's locked for their safety. And then they take another position of cover or concealment.
Oh my God, she's right. Right there in the kitchen is a heroin-addicted white. He's digging through the change jar by the door. So first, I wrapped the shotgun. Hey, mother, click-clack. That click-clack sound will stop a rational human being in their tracks.
All right, so this is funny. Dave Chappelle says he just goes downstairs. So presumably no clearing at all. They're probably in a fugue state and angry as well. Goes down, comes across this drugged out intruder and racks a shotgun.
Click, clack.
And here he says something that's true, and it is universal, is that the sound of a 12 gauge racking,
click, clack,
that sound's going to make you stop in your tracks, just like would a dog growling or something like that. Where he's wrong is that he waited all the way till he got to his kitchen to actually do the racking. If there had been other people in the home in other locations, he would have been susceptible to being shot or stabbed first because he didn't have a round in the chamber. So have a round ready to go before you exit your room.
But sure enough, this person is not rational. They're digging in the change. I warned you, Birdshot. Hot BBs permeate his yellow heroin skin. Remember, I'm not killing him. I'm just peppering him up nice.
Yeah, so Dave Chappelle says, I warned you, and he shoots the intruder with the birdshot, presumably here to injure the individual, not to kill, to let them know, like, this is serious business, and now you're in for it if you keep persisting in what you're doing. The problem with this, and now this is a matter of record for Dave Chappelle, should actually something happen, is that birdshot, yes, it generally wouldn't kill someone. Now, we don't know how close this engagement would have been theoretically, but we can assume it'd be pretty close, and possibly close enough where birdshot could be lethal. So now Mr. Chappelle has to articulate in court, if it ever comes to that, if their back was to you and they're just rifling through your drawer, they're not actually posing a existential immediate threat. Therefore, you just use lethal force. I think most people would say unlawfully in this case. Of course, jurisdiction dependent and case by case as well.
And that should be the end of it. But, I miscalculated. That's not heroin at all, is it? That's crystal meth. He pops right back up unscathed. Roar! Time for the heavy stuff. Clack, clack, buckshot!
So now he realizes that the intruder is injured, but they're more of a threat because he misjudged the drug that they were on and realized that they were on meth and not on heroin. And then the person jumps up violently, right? And so that's when he shoots him with buckshot. You know, I mean, maybe in that circumstance, you would be found okay to have shot that person, but I would think that probably everything happening up to that point is problematic.
And then if you got a friend with him, I got one more birdshot left, and I repeat the cycle.
So now he's also saying that he's going to do this whole birdshot technique again on somebody else. It doesn't make any sense.
After that, it's slugs for everybody. And I'll be in a kitchen full of dying heroin addicts.
Then it's slug, slug, slug. So this is where he comes back and changes that initial loadout. Slug, slug, slug for everybody. And then he'll be surrounded by dead, dying drug addicts in his kitchen.
You shot me, bro.
Also problematic. You do not want to use birdshot or slugs in home defense. Birdshot generally lacks that lethality that would neutralize a threat when you need it. And you don't want to take any chances. Even though a birdshot could be lethal. Slugs are absolutely super high powered, very dangerous, and present, while extremely lethal, and will like take somebody's rib cage and put it out their back with everything else behind it. It also is an overpenetration concern, very, very much so. And home construction is not going to stop a slug. What you really want is you want to be using, for your home defense, you want to have a nice tactical double lot buck loaded cartridge or cartridges in your shotgun. Generally, that gives you 8 or 9 9mm size pellets that are going to hit in about a 6-inch diameter at the ranges that we're talking about in a home defense scenario. Okay, so we know now from watching this video, Dave Chappelle, not a gun expert. While he does have right that using a shotgun, in my opinion, 12-gauge shotgun is the way to go. You never want to use birdshot. You don't want to use slugs. You want a nice tactical double-out buck round to address the concern and the threat when it is necessary to give you the optimal chances of stopping that threat in a single shot. Not necessarily to kill. You're not trying to kill anybody necessarily, but you're not trying not to kill them. You're trying to stop them. Also, no tactics, no plan, just grabbing that gun, tired of this shit, and going down angry. That's no way to do that. In fact, the best practice is to just shelter in place, especially if it's just you and a partner. Just shelter in place, lock the door, call the police, let them come and deal with it. If it's nothing, it's nothing. And it's embarrassing, but whatever. That's what they're there to do, is to respond to these types of things. Okay, guys, if you like this kind of content, you want to see more of it, please smash that like, subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notifications. Subscribing helps my algorithm and helps me get more viewers, more likes, more subscriptions. So really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Jimmy G, the Italian Guerilla Gorilla, out of here.